Greetings, Arcs. Shadgun here, and today we're going to be covering another Cocoon, specifically the Great Wall Tower. Located west of Anford Lab, the ultimate goal of this is to kill a Didal Sword, which is at the end of a maze. We have to do this in less than 23 minutes, dying fewer than 5 times, while collecting 5 point cubes. This is both a combat and a platforming challenge if you want to get all the side quests done. Let me show you how to do it. So it starts with a group of dolls appearing. Occasionally we'll have to kill a group of them in order to be able to proceed, because a big barrier will prevent us from going forward. So right here, we're just going to take these guys out. All there is to it. See an enemy, kill an enemy. Nothing special. And he should be dead. Perfect. Now there's enemies in this hallway guarding another barrier, but we're going to skip these ones with some fancy platforming. Like so. This one shouldn't be too hard. If you've done the Swift Jump Cocoon already, you should be used to this kind of platforming. Anyways, here's the first point cube. Now we're going to just glide over the barrier. But when we come to this area, we are going to have to fight our way through this one. Simple enough. Take out the dolls. As usual, I'm doing this as a fighter. Your class of choice doesn't particularly matter. Deal with the enemies in the way that you are best trained for. I personally don't care for the Pettis guns that keep running away from me. There we go. I like these guys to give me an opportunity to practice countering. And these guys die very quick. There's our wall. Now, we're going to take this lift up here, ride all the way up, go over to this one, take the little boost, and drop and re-glide, glide up, and we're going to grab this cube on our way. If you can't make it, you gotta wall kick off this wall here and glide over to it. And then we simply move on. This is another area where we have to kill everything. Easy enough. This one's got a Goron, whatever they're called, whatever they're really pronounced. Got one of the big belly dudes. Gororan. Goron's close enough. And lastly, this guy. Come on now, there we go. Now this one is really tricky. This is probably the hardest part. Gotta wall kick up this thing. We're gonna wall kick up here. And now for this, you've got to wall kick off that tower on the right, and then glide to reach that point cube. If you glide to try to reach that, your wall kick may not go high enough. I'm gonna demonstrate. 1, 2... You might miss it anyways. If you do, it's okay. This is a tricky one to get. There we go. Yeah, that one will probably take you a few tries to get right. But from the rest of the trip onward, it's fairly smooth sailing. There's only 2 enemies in this group we gotta take out. I recommend taking out Dots first. Easy to kill, but that laser beam does a lot of damage, so don't let him stick around. And then the Petasaur. Now we've got a bit more fancy platforming to do. Remember, you jump higher when dashing, so make sure to dash to make some of these jumps. I'm gonna take this lift. Grab the cube and wall kick up. Now ride this sideways lift. And you're gonna ride these lifts up and make sure to go all the way up. You can see that point cube there. We got it. Now we've got all 5. All that's left to do is beat this big bad mech over here. Let's do it. You likely know how to deal with this, but my strategy is to try to stay behind him, where most of his attacks won't reach. Particularly when he likes to swing that big old sword around. If you're behind him, he really can't hit you with it. This is free advice for Gigantics as well. He does have an attack that hits all around him. We'll see if he uses it in this case. You will try to stomp his feet to push you around, or to push you out of the way. It's easy enough to dodge. And when he's stunned, of course, Photon Blast his chest. Get that real damage in. And we're done. And that's the Great Wall. I think that's a personal best for me, actually. Yeah. So thank you for watching. If this video helped you, consider subscribing so you can see more NGS and other Phantasy Star content from me. And I will see you all next time.